Hey, everybody. How are you guys doing? Welcome to another edition of Shasie's World Live. This is episode 7, I think. Okay. And as you can see, I'm trying to use my new glasses. And I promise you, everything happens to me right before I go live. I get something in my eye. The cats start meowing for extra food. So I'm trying this with the new glasses. It's the same frame from before. The glare is a little bit better than what I had before, and I tried to set up the lights. So hopefully you can still see my eyes, but I'm not the focus of the evening anyway. Tonight, I'm super excited to bring to you one of the awesome entrepreneurs I've had the opportunity of meeting here in Houston. When I first started blogging, I was running around the city like crazy, going to different pop-up shops and meeting new vendors and everything. And I think I met Carla Lyles. I want to say if it was Pop Shop America, or I can't remember exactly which pop-up it was because I went to so many. And I was like, these cards are great. She was selling them like greeting cards on her booth display. And she was so fun and bubbly and so funny. And I was like, this is awesome. She's been featured in so many things, definitely around Houston and magazines. And I want to bring her on here to talk to you guys about what her business, herself, and how her stuff makes for great gifts. So let me go ahead and bring her on. Hey, Carla!
Yes.
Welcome.
Hey, hi. How are you? I'm so happy that you even thought to have me on here. I'm so thrilled.
Oh my gosh, well, girl, I had to have you on here. You're so bubbly and just so fun, and everything about you is just fun. I'm loving your background. You got all the fun colors and everything. Like,
oh yeah,
you're rocking it. And I feel like I'm like you now, like with my glasses that are kind of clear. I'm like, cool. Like,
yes, yeah. It's like a trendy thing, I think, like the clear rim or frame. Yeah.
And I was making a joke because when I wore the glasses like this when I was in first grade, I was made fun of, like bottle coat glasses and 4 eyes and everything. Yep. And now everyone wants these glasses.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It wasn't so cool back in the day, though.
I know. We were just ahead of the game. We were just ahead like by a few decades, They just follow us now. Hey, so I'm so excited to have you on here again. I gave them a little introduction about Carla Lyles Houston. It's based here in Houston, but I think you ship everywhere. So let's go ahead and tell us a little bit about you first, and then tell us how you decided to start Carla Lyles.
Okay, I will, but let me really quickly, because it's been so long since we caught up, and I just really want to say I'm so proud of you. We met back in the day, like years ago at the pop-up, and like, I remember meeting you one second, and then the next second you were at New York Fashion Week, and then the next second, like you were just growing and growing and growing. And just the evolution of you has been super dope. It's just been cool to watch. You've been doing great things. I'm proud of you, man. It's super cool. I've been cheering you on from afar. Like,
oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. That means a lot, and I think I'm finally, it takes a while finally finding my purpose. And I've been following your journey too. I see other people tagging you, and I'm like, I know Carla. Yes. She's blowing up. So I'd love to see us, women of color, especially, doing great things. So thank you for the kind words.
Yes.
Appreciate it. But yes, tell us a little bit about you, yourself, where you're from, and how you started Carla Lyles.
Okay. I am Carla Lyles, actually. The Sue part is not in my name. That is a childhood nickname. It's a Carla Sue. But yes, I am from Houston, Texas, specifically from A-Leave, Southwest A-Leave, Texas. So I am from a little place in Houston called A-Leave. And I grew up here, born and raised. And 2016, I was going through a lot of things in my life at the time. And I decided to like make a pivot from like a bout of depression. I was working in the corporate world, and, I was unfulfilled. I was just super unfulfilled. And I finally decided to like give the little artist inside of me a fighting chance. So I jumped out the window and started a greeting card company. And 4 years later, we're shipping around the world, or nation, not world yet.
Hey, pretty much that's our world, isn't it? That is so funny. I think I can definitely relate to you about the depression with corporate America. Clearly, I don't know if you got a chance to see my episode on Sunday, but I'm leaving the corporate world, so I totally get that. You've got to do what you got to do.
One of us.
Yeah, join the club. So yeah, it does drain you, and you have such a creative, bubbly spirit. Like I would be so interested to see your personality test. I wonder if it's like close to mine. You just walk into a room, you bring up so much joy. But that's so exciting. But why greeting cards though? Out of like because there's so many things you could do. So what made you focus in on greeting cards?
I think that, like at the time I was designing at the time, like when I was working in corporate, on the side, I was designing wedding invitations. And, I was doing that for a little while, exploring graphic design. And I was thinking, like, I'm tired of, tired of working with brides. What could I do, like, right here in my house that I have on hand, like right now with no extra money spent? What can I produce that I could possibly sell on the side? So I looked at my printer and I was like, okay, I have a printer. Let me get some cardstock paper. Let me see what I can do with this. And so it was basically just out of convenience, like, okay, it's here now. Let's see what I can do. I'm already designing. So let's give this a go and see how I like it. And I was already in the realm of like, I was making invitations. I had made greeting cards for family and friends for years. I was the person that everybody came to, like, oh, Carla, oh, she'll make you some blah, 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 she'll make you a greeting card on the low, or whatever. I was that go-to person. So I was like, I might as well just give it a go and see how it works. So I started printing some out and just a small batch. And I went to like the local pop-up market that was in Sugar Land, not too far from where I live. And and that was my debut.
That is so cool. You know what I'm just finding there's a common thread amongst everybody I've had on the show so far and everybody I've featured on my site. Because in case I have a small gift guide going on my site for you guys to go look at to shop. Carla's doing so many, but it just seems like it started off with just something you were doing on the side, something you were just doing. It's kind of like a hobby, and then all of a sudden your friends are like, we love this. Like, do this real time. Like, go harder into this. Make it a business. People love this stuff. And I just love the fact that you've had your community of support. Like, they were already supporting you. Like, Carla makes cards. Go talk to her. And it's just so amazing how those people can boost you into your career path. That's so fun. And
that's
the other thing I really like
happened.
Exactly. And I love the pop-up idea too, because it really allows for small businesses to get out there. Because, when you're first starting, the brick and mortar is kind of going by the wayside. And it's a great opportunity for you to get out there, get out to the market. So I definitely suggest that for other entrepreneurs is getting a booth at a pop-up market. Even if you're not selling a whole bunch there that night, you got your like brand out there for people to see you. So I love your cards. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, yes, I agree.
I think there's a little bit of a delay, but yeah. So go ahead and what are some of your favorite? You sell more than just greeting cards now, though. Tell us a little bit more about what you have to offer at Carla Sue.
Okay, yes, it started as a greeting card company, and now it's kind of turned into like a little gift shop. And it's all just really me just trying to venture out and discover new things and try new things. But right now, I have shirts, I have masks, stickers, things like that.
Go ahead and show us. Go ahead. You have some stuff.
I'm like looking around, like, what do I have around here?
Show us. We like showing
stuff. I have. I have a lot of. So I didn't describe what Carla Sue is. So, but Carla Sue, before I show, Carla Sue is a very bright and colorful greeting card company and gift shop that is very expressive and encourages everybody to be themselves authentically. And this is very much a reflection of me and my journey of growth right now. And all of the things that I love, I found out that a lot of other people gravitate towards and like too. So, I love Houston so much. I love Houston. Like I said, born and raised, and anything that is reflection of the culture in Houston, I love. So, I have stickers that say "Pretty Girls Bang Screw," honoring the legendary late great DJ Screw, rest in peace. Just came out with a wonderful movie, a short on YouTube of DJ Screw. Y'all should check it out. It's lovely. And then I have the mask, Keep Houston Dope. If you've ever seen this around, this comes in a shirt and sweaters. So yeah, Keep Houston Dope. What else do I have? And then of course I have greeting cards. holiday cards.
Yes.
So this is a holiday card set. I don't know. Let me take it out of the plastic. So this is one of the top sellers of greeting cards right now. It says ho ho ho's in this house. It's the play off, of course, the Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B song. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. I really just want to make people laugh. I want to make people feel good. I want to make people feel proud of their city, and proud of where they're from. So, but here's my overall bestseller greeting card. It's a birthday card. It says, "Oh, yes, still cute though." It still makes me laugh. It's so old and it still makes me laugh.
I love it. That's great. One of my favorite one was the one that was the cuffing season one is actually one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, I don't have any more of those. Yeah, I don't have any more of those right now.
I think that was one of the first ones. I was like, this girl, she's on point. She's got all the pop culture references and stuff. And I was cracking. I went to your website too, and I was laughing at the ho ho ho's in this house, and I started singing. Oh, I love it. You just have so much cool stuff to offer for people. And those cards are great. And it's going to give people a laugh and just the other products too. And you kind of started the Keep Houston Dope. Can you tell us a little bit about that? That's like your catchphrase. I saw on your site that you were very involved in that. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me. I was, so during Hurricane Harvey, I was trapped in the house like everybody else. Floodwaters everywhere. I could not leave, and so my electricity was cutting on and off. And I was thinking the entire time, like, okay, I have to do something for the city right now. I have to do something for the city right this second to raise money, to raise awareness, to bring the city together. So I was thinking of all of these super corny phrases to put on like a t-shirt, and I couldn't think of anything cool. And then my sister, she was like, you should do something that's like Keep Austin Weird. You know how they have Keep Austin Weird, man? They have that staple and it's everywhere. And I was just like, well, I say dope a lot. Why not Keep Houston Dope? And she was like, that's dope. And I was like, okay. So I just put it on a shirt. I was like, okay, I'm going to sketch this out. Keep Houston Dope, plain block font, reminiscent of like the 95 Houston Rockets font on their jerseys. And so I did that, put it on just like a black shirt with white, because I didn't want it to be too busy. I just wanted to make this statement, Keep Houston Dope, because it was such a somber and sad time. So came out with black and white, and then I put it in the red and yellow old school like Houston Rockets colors. And I pushed it out initially to raise money for people in need during that time. And then I was going to cut it off. I wasn't planning on selling it anymore, but then people were like, hey, you got any more of those shirts? And I was like, oh, okay, well, y'all want them. And now I've sold thousands and thousands and thousands of those shirts.
Yes, I love it.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh. Girl, that's so awesome. First of all, your heart, like just starting in the right place of just like 2017 was weird. Now, I'm not from Houston originally, but what's the phrase? You're not from Texas, but you got here as fast as you could or whatever that thing is. Yeah. I love Houston. I love how prideful you are of this city. I mean, I love Houston. I've loved every bit of my years living here. And 2017 was very hard to go through to see our city devastated and so many people in need. So I love that he came up with a way to like keep the city strong and raise funds. And that's just so awesome. So I definitely keep Houston dope. I was like, yeah, I love it. I love it.
Hey.
And I like the history you're giving us too, because since I'm not from here, I know a little bit about the Rockets, and like, so I like that you're telling us a little bit of the history of like why you had the block letters and why you chose those colors. They're just everything that you're kind of doing. You're incorporating the history of the city and your sports teams into it, and so that's really cool too.
Yeah, everything is super duper intentional. Like every card, everything. It's so intentional.
I love it. How often do you change out your greeting cards? Do you make them when you just have an inspiration, or when you sell out of a batch, you're like, let me just create some more? Do you do it like in collection standpoints, or how does that inspiration come through?
Well, right now initially it started like, okay, whatever's in my mind, whatever I like, y'all are going to get. And if you like it, buy it. If you don't, then get out of here. You know, like that's kind of, that's how my mindset was initially starting this business, because I was in such a deep depression. I was just trying to find peace, you know, through this business. I was trying to find peace through the art and creating. But now that it's like, you know, 4 years later and it's this whole big thing now, it's like, okay, I really need to be more aware of like what my audience wants. You know, I have such a super dope core following that loves me so much, and I love them so much, and they request things, you know, and now my cards are and my products are in stores around the US, and they request things, and I want to make them happy. And so, yeah, so this year was very much so about expanding and building the line. So now I'm like, okay, what categories, you know, I want to be known as like a traditional greeting card company, you know, like, and I want to have, you know, what holidays? Okay, let's write out all the holidays. Let's make a card for each one. What event? Every event, make cards for. So next year, it's going to be a huge, it's going to be a full-on Station A brand, because I really, now I've gone beyond just kind of like, okay, it started off like finding peace through the cards. And then it was like, okay, now the next step is like, okay, navigating through the business world, because I've never owned a business. So I'm trying to educate myself on business. And now the next step is like, okay, let me expand this brand and get in the game, man. It's go time. Let me really be a competitor in this field. So it's been such a journey. Yeah, it's been such a journey. It's been a journey, and it's just, I love this so much. I love it so much.
I just love your enthusiasm for it too. A lot of people lose their enthusiasm for their business because when the business part starts coming in, it starts to get a little bit more stressful. The late nights trying to figure out like how to make profit and all this stuff. You start to lose the reason and the passion behind what you do. And it looks like you took the right steps. You created it out of a purpose and a need for yourself too, just to feel better and then to make other people feel better. Then you worked on like, how do I make this a business? And now you're ready to grow. Like, I love the fact that your stuff is everywhere. What stores? So if they're not shopping on carlasuehouston.com, what are the stores that they can find you in? You said your stores are in different places across the nation. What stores are you in?
Okay, so I mean, here in Houston, you can find me at Emerson Rose and Balloon Posh that just opened up. Kismet Boutique in the East End, and that's it for Houston. And then I'm in 4 stores in California. Oh man, I need a list. I'm so sorry. Sorry, no, stores in other places. I hope nobody's. I'm so sorry, but they're spread out and they're in different places, and it's awesome, and they're all great. And I can't remember, but California's a big market, so it's like over 100 stores right now.
Oh my God, girl, I'm so happy for you. That is just so freaking awesome. Like, who would have thought? I mean, I know, because I know that, you know, you're the type of person who, when you want to do something, you're going to do it, and you're going to do it right, and it's going to grow. But oh my God, like the scene that I remember seeing you at the pop-up, and now you're in stores all across the country. That is just so freaking dope.
It's dope, but also it does suck sometimes. It's hard. I mean, it's really, really hard. I think the one thing that has kept me like in the game is like, I had to tell myself that, you know, I have it's a community of people around me that are small business owners, and some are growing super fast, you know, and they're just shooting up there and they're killing it and they're scaling. And then, you know, I look at myself and I'm like, why not me? I realize I really have to just honor my process and my journey. And from where I started, man, I've come a long way. So I'm really cool with just taking my own pace and just clapping for myself when good things happen, you know, and just honoring the process. So
you stay with your truth, and your process is yours, and it's meant to be your process. You can't run your business. It's good to get inspiration and bounce ideas off, but your unique path is your unique path, and that's what works for Carla Sue. And I love that, you know, and sometimes, what is it? You know, the tortoise in the hare, you know, tortoise wins. So even if it's a little bit slower, it doesn't mean it's not going to get there. And I think I mean, 100 freaking stores just in one state. That's crazy. That's huge to me. That's big time.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself.
You should definitely be very, very, very proud of yourself. So yeah, I guess that's my second question is for you. Are you kind of still doing this all on your own, or do you have a team that kind of helps you with all, now that you have all these stores and things?
No, I'm still I'm still doing this. I don't want to say on my own because I have the most insanely supportive family ever, and my mom is like my right hand man, like keeping track of the stores, keeping track of the inventory, But now it's grown well beyond my family now to where I have to get people involved, So and during the holiday season, I would bring people in and like temps in, and then like I would let them go when it slowed down. But now it's like, okay, I need a small team like throughout to help me expand this and help me scale this. So yeah, but for right now, it's been this year in particularly, it's been so stressful. It has been so sucky to kind of like, I saw a question. I think one of the questions you asked was like, what holiday promotions you have going on? And I was like, oh, I've cut off like, so if you want to purchase anything for the holiday right now, it's over now. That time span has ended because I have so many orders to fulfill, and I want to make sure that I fulfill those orders so everybody gets them in time for the holidays. So I've stopped the holiday. You can still purchase from my site, but you may get it after the holidays. So, and I still have promotions going on my site also, but and we can talk about that later. But yeah, so I was thinking like, if you want to purchase a card or product from me right now, you're gonna have to go in store. And so that's again Emerson Rose in Montrose, Balloon Posh, which is off Chimney Rock. They just opened up, and you can follow Balloon Posh on IG or Facebook. And Kesmet Boutique, which is in the East End off Telephone Road. And so, yeah, for now, that's what you're going to have to do. But it's so frustrating because those are the kind of decisions you have to make when you are like a one-man band. It's like, okay, I got to stop something to do this one thing, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important to keep up the customer service, and but if you're like me, someone who like maybe not even won't see their family until like next year, you get a Christmas card now, and when it comes in, we can give it later.
Right.
Yep, if there's no time frame on celebrating, you can always give a Christmas card later.
That's true.
And I'm very familiar with Emerson Rose. That's what I've been to that boutique before, and Balloon Posh sounds so much fun. I'm gonna have to look that up. And
oh my God, it's a balloon decor place. Oh, you have to. It is so cute. You have to go.
That sounds like me.
So cute.
I have to go. Yeah, that was going to be my other question was about the holiday promotion. So thank you for describing that. But I think you get something when you sign up too, though. When you sign up for your email list, if you go to your site.
Right. So if you go to my site, if you go to my site, you get $10 off when you sign up for our email list. There's $20 teas right now, and there's 40% off all holiday card sets. And that price will probably go down even lower after the holidays. So yeah, just stay. There's going to be all sorts of deals, and I'm adding new products in also. So stay tuned and sign up for my email list so you can know what's coming.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, make sure if you want to stay in the loop and know what the deals are going on and just support, definitely go to carlasuehouston.com and subscribe to her email list. I subscribe, and you'll be always in the know when new things are coming out and new promotions and everything. So what else would you like to tell us about you and Carla Sue? Anything else you would like to tell everybody?
Please follow me. I mean, this brand it's more than it's. I always say this. I feel like I always say this, but it's so much more than a greeting card company. I really am trying to figure out a way to convey the message of like, this is very much so about community. It's very much so about caring for your mental health. And I'm really trying to figure out, like, it's been, like I said, it's been such a journey. And the more that I learn about myself and do inner healing with myself, it's helping other people. I'm very vocal on my social media platform, and I talk about going to a therapist and all of these different things. And I realize that so many people can resonate. So I want people to know that this is a brand that's for everyone, but it's more than just the product. It's very much so about people and community.
Love. We are like the same person in that. Like, I'm always sharing my truth, always telling people the real. Like, we really need to destigmatize, or I think I just used the wrong word, but we need to like take the taboo away from therapy, especially in the African American community. It's really sad how so many people want to diss it or say something about you if you're in therapy. And I'm like, no, therapy is good. Like, stop knocking therapy. And I think the more of us that openly share that we've done it or had a great experience, it gets more people talking, especially this year. This year is so hard, and who knows how it's going to go into 2021. So people really need coping mechanisms, and therapists can help you with that. In your store, building a community, talking to other people who are going through the same thing. I love that the brand is, like you said, it's more than just the products. It's more about building a community of people. And I like people like you who openly share things that they've gone through, because if you're like me, whenever you share things like this, you get some messages. Like, people will message me and be like, I'm so glad you said something. I thought I was the only one. And not everybody's as comfortable as we are openly sharing, but at least we give them a person to reach out to, or someone to talk to about their experience. I love that.
Yes. That's exactly it. I want people to realize that you're not alone. I want Black women to realize that they're not alone. There really is no safe space for us to really bear out our emotions, and be like, well, I was talking on another podcast or another show like this one that also use StreamYard. I love StreamYard. Anyways,
cool.
But yeah, we were talking. She asked me like, why aren't Black women expressive? And I was like, well, we really were never raised to be. We were never raised to show our emotions. It was like, get it done, get the job done, suck it up, keep moving. So I want everyone to know that they have a safe space at Carla Sue, but definitely specifically Black women.
Yes, and I agree with you. And if we did show emotions, we automatically got the angry Black woman. Like, I can't just have any emotion. I got to be stereotyped into something like that, and just like, it's very unfortunate. And I love where we are now in like 2020, moving away from that. Hopefully, stigma as well, getting to a point where everybody can openly show their emotions, even men, because I'm very tired of men being forced to hold in their emotions because someone wants to say, oh, that's too feminine, or you're not a dude if you are emotional. And I'm like, let's forget all this stuff, especially in our community. We need to come together and let people have their emotions, especially this year. People need to let that out. Do not hold in that emotion. This year has done a lot for people. So it's time to be honest and truthful with your feelings.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a shift. I feel like there has been a shift with different organizations coming out and being vocal, like Melanin and Mental Health. I love them so much. I've worked with them before. They're so great. And they're great. And their help, first of all, they're run by two women of color that are both therapists, and they're giving everyone resources, and I love that. There's definitely a shift, but there's a lot of work to do. So, everybody plays a role, and I think we're both playing our role.
Agreed. I love them too. I follow them on Twitter and I interact. I'll retweet their stuff. I love it.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Carla. I so enjoyed having you. I'm definitely going to have you back on. You're so personal. We have fun conversation. We started getting into a therapy session on here.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with it. I am with it.
Me too. I like just genuine conversation like that. And looks like my audience really enjoyed hearing from you as well. So again, if you guys, for Christmas holidays, even if you don't get your order in by time so you can get Christmas gift, she has tons of other stuff on carlasuehouston.com. So definitely go visit her. And then it's Carla Sue Houston pretty much all over social media. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So just follow her there and help build a community. So I love having you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm telling you, it meant so much to me. I saw you hosting. I saw the other interviews and stuff, and I was like, oh, I wish it was me. And then you inboxed me, and I was like, y'all.
I'm making my rounds. There's so many fabulous people I met, and just here alone in Houston. And I'm like, man, I know so many cool people to bring on. I should do a show every day, but I'm like, I need to do.
You know so many. What does your Rolodex look like? I know your email list is off the chain.
It's crazy, and I would love to feature everybody, and that's the goal. I'm trying to go through, get as many people on the show and get as much exposure as they can. I love talking to people, and I love introducing people to new brands. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people in Houston I know you, but now, like, I mean, hopefully, you know, you've got more people that
not
are like,
everybody.
So awesome. Well, thank you, doll, and please keep being dope.
Yay! Bye. Thank you so much again. Bye.
Okay. Bye. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed having Carla on the show. She's one of my favorite people. Again, please support her, carlasuehouston.com, and at Carla Sue Houston on her social media channels. Again, she's got great stuff over there. I told you my favorite greeting card was the cuffing season one. Now I think my favorite one is the ho ho ho's in this house because of the WAP song earlier this year by Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. And you know, Meg's out there representing Houston, so it's just another way of, you know, representing H-Town and everything. So I had such a great time tonight on this stream talking to Carla. Please also work on building community with your fellow friends and your neighbors and your family as well. That's very important to her as well. And it should be very important to all of us this year. So, all right. I love you guys. And this will be on my YouTube channel later this week. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shasie's World, and you can rewatch this video and share it. Thank you. Bye.